Speaking with the newsroom via telephone on Tuesday, Speaker of the National Assembly Mansour Nadir said, based on advice from the Clerk of the National Assembly, Sharlak Isaacs, he has since instructed that legal advice be sought from Attorney General Anil Nandlal. Nadir said the government's motion against the opposition leader may have implications with respect to the Constitution. But notwithstanding, the clerk has been instructed to write the AG for his advice on all three of the motions. Nadir told the newsroom that legal advice is also being sought in the context of a previous ruling by former Chief Justice, the late Ian Chang. He did not specify which ruling he was referring to. Meanwhile, the clerk, when contacted by the newsroom on Tuesday, further explained that while he is expected to be the expert on parliamentary practice and procedure, the motion against the opposition leader requires legal interpretation, which he has recused himself from providing. He pointed to Article 184.3 of the Constitution, which speaks about the removal of the leader of the opposition.
But when something has to do with the law, like the motion for the removal of the leader of the opposition, Article 184.3 speaks about the removal of the leader of the opposition. Good?
Yes.
184.3. 184.3.
184.3.
That, 184.3. No, I'm not an attorney at law. I'm not a lawyer. So I'm taught that where matters like the one we're dealing with has to deal with the law, refer those matters for legal advice.
Article 184.3 instructs that the removal of the opposition leader is effected when 1/3 of the non-governmental members of the National Assembly inform the Speaker that the opposition leader no longer enjoys their confidence. The Speaker is expected to call a meeting of all non-governmental members where it shall be decided whether the opposition leader shall be removed from office. That article further notes that the removal shall be effected by the votes of a majority of all of the non-governmental members.
I'm not a lawyer, I've said, and I may interpret the Constitution incorrectly, and I may be embarrassed by the lawyers in this country. I therefore advise the Speaker to seek legal advice on this motion, whether he can approve it to be published in notice paper. Based on my advice, he instructed me to send it for legal advice, which I did immediately. Since yesterday, around 1 o'clock, I submitted them for advice.
Isaacs said the advice will basically inform the Speaker whether the motions against Harman, Dr. Anthony and Ben can be approved and placed on the other paper for a debate and subsequent vote in the National Assembly. Kurt Campbell, Newsroom.